Hey everyone, welcome to Geeky Ass Chat. I am Shirley.
I'm Christy. How you doing?
How you doing? And we're back in New York City. No, I was just joking.
We're excited to be back, actually.
Yeah.
We missed
I miss Salt Lake City. I miss Daniela and Gila, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we definitely
And I miss like the kind of not too many people-ness of it.
Yeah.
Like the airports were like dumb smooth. Like it was just like, oh yeah, come on in. The TSA, which I don't like what TSA does, but like legit they were like, oh, come in, you want to take off your shoes? I was like, huh? Because you know in New York City LaGuardia is like bugged out. But anyways, this video is not about that. This is like our first video was La Llorona, which was a Sundance movie. That was going to be our first video with Daniela. We're going to put it up. And this is our second review that we saw at Sundance. I forgot the theater we saw it at, but it was in Salt Lake City too, because it was hard to get tickets in Park City. We went to see it and we saw one panel with the women's in something, I think games or film panel at Sundance TV, which was great. She got to interview Jackie Cruz and it was great. And it was beautiful.
Before we get into that, I just want to thank the new subscriber, whoever you are. Thank you. Boo boo.
Yeah.
And please subscribe if you like films and you want to learn more about films, reviews, and all that stuff.
So, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Park City, it was like a movie. It was a movie scene. It started snowing. And it was beautiful. You could tell it was like uppity rich people up there.
We saw a bunch of celebrities, but
yeah, people walking around and stuff. I saw Kevin Smith interviewing, what was the chick from
The Office?
From The Office.
La Latina from The Office.
The Latina actress from The Office. But he was interviewing with the IMBD. They had their own space and stuff, so he was interviewing other actors from movies and stuff. You saw somebody else though.
Oh yeah, Ethan Hawke, who was a judge in the Sundance.
Yeah, she saw Ethan Hawke. So it was. Wow. I just love seeing Park City. That was beautiful. It was a hassle taking all those shuttle buses, and we're used to a lot of people. But damn, that was. But everything else was beautiful. The mountains, the snowing, perfection. Oh, yeah. You know, it was like. It was just, you don't see that in New York City, so it was great. That nature aspect of it. Of like Salt Lake, Utah, Park City, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was great just being in a town, you know, like being away from a city and just being in a small little town. And though it was crowded, I still felt comfortable there because it was like, it's like New York City crowded.
But nicer people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't lying. I lived here for my whole life. There were nicer people over there.
Very friendly.
So anyways, second film we saw, it was the only film after that we saw because we didn't stay there for that long, was Zola. And that's a popular, talked about film. The company's A24 and it's directed by Jessica Bravo. Basically, this film is interesting. I'm reading the synopsis of the plot. So Zola, who's the main character, it's named Zola. She is a waitress in a restaurant, and she meets Stefani, I think. Yeah, and her friend. Basically, they're eating at the restaurant. She's a waitress, and Stefani's like, "Oh, I really like you," and Zola's like, "I like you too." So they exchange numbers, and basically, they as a side gig on top of a side gig Zola does. They're both pole dancers, and so to make the extra money and stuff. But they exchange numbers. Like I said, Stefani says, "Hey, come to me by tweets, I think, or something like that." Because this is a tweet story. It was a tweet thread that's the main girl Zola did. And she tells the whole story. I think they were tweeting each other.
Right.
Saying that.
On Twitter. This is a real story on Twitter.
This is a real story
where the director took it and made a movie out of it. So basically, I haven't read the tweets. I still want to. I haven't had time to do it, but I will do it. We could link it down below, I think. If I could try to find it to see if the thread is still up. So
Stephanie's like, Stephanie's like, hey, come with me in Florida. We can make some money. Pole dancing over there. One chick, I think, made like $1,000 or something like that, she said, or like something like that. But basically, they go on this road trip to Florida. The cross country trip ends up being some really like scary. Zola goes through scary stuff, you know, and twists and turns of the craziness, and her life kind of changes on that trip. Do you want to do a spoiler review? Well, I guess a kind of like a spoiler review, kind of. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we can kind of go into.
Yeah, I like the main girls, Zola. Yeah, the main cast, Zola and Stefani. They were good. I liked them. You felt the main the main girls, what she's going through. You see it on her face and how she's acting. Yeah, I don't know. This film was interesting. I don't know what to say about the film. I really like the atmosphere, how the director shot it, and also the chaoticness of it because of what Zola was going through. I like it. It was kind of different. You never see that in films. Like, it was like, well, for me personally, I probably don't see a lot of films, but no, but it was nice. I like how she shot the chaoticness of it, of what Zola was going through. Like I said, it was an interesting story. It's a scary story. I actually kind of at parts was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen to Zola? Because basically, Stephanie lies to her that they were only doing pole dancing.
She was forced by her pimp.
Yeah, she was forced by her pimp.
Forced by her pimp to have sex for money.
Yeah, basically. And that's fine. You know, if you want, you know, the people who want to do that's fine. But, you know, when the pimp is, like, abusing you and stuff, that's when it's like, whoa. You know, and that's the scary part. Because if you're...
And just to be clear, when Shirley says that's fine, she means that if you decide to have a profession as a sex worker...
Oh, no, that's great. Get your money. She made $8,000. I'm like...
Yeah. And you do you.
I was like, yo, what?
But when you have a pimp forcing you to do this work...
Yeah, and you're scared.
And they're not okay.
And you're scared and they're beating... That's another story. When you're not in control or have agency of what you're doing...
Exactly.
Then that's not cool, you know? So Zola's scared because she's like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, she's like, Stephanie, that's great, do your thing, but like, I didn't sign up for this.
Right. And I think Stephanie, although she didn't really show it, I think she's just either been desensitized or just brainwashed into doing this type of work. Like, she's constantly saying, she did show a little fear, but not as much as Zola because Zola was there. But she looked like she was comfortable with it.
Right.
And
maybe because she's done it before.
She's done it before, but that's because, you know, her pimp has so much control over her that she has, like you said, agency over herself. She's just kind of just doing the work, you know. It's comfortable. There's one scene where she gets raped and she gets up and she just, like, it's okay. I'm like, whoa.
Wait, what scene did she get raped?
She got raped in the very last scene with the other two gentlemen who were sticking up the gun.
Oh my god, they raped her?
Because she's in the closet, her pants is open.
Oh. I didn't even notice
her pants
that.
is zippered open.
Oh.
You didn't notice that?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they just beat her and then pushed her in the closet.
Her pants was open. She didn't have her pants open when she first opened the door.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Right. Yeah. Yeah, because she has a daughter, right?
She has a daughter.
She's doing that for her daughter and stuff. Like, yeah. Ooh, that's scary. So, you know, you feel the fear through Zola, what's going on, you know? But she has a handle, like, she's like, very smart, and she's, like, on her toes in the sense of, like, what's... Like, because she kind of gets...
she takes control of the situation in certain parts of it, as much as she can.
As much as she can, considering the fact. And she goes through a lot, too, because she kind of gets sexually assaulted as well.
Yeah, she does.
You know, and so...
aside from that, the film itself, at first, I'm, like, watching it, and I'm like...
It was kind of funny. There was parts where they were kind of funny. I was like, oh, okay, it's funny, but then... it hits you that
this, for me, it was like, what the fuck is going on? Like all these funny scenes, I felt like I couldn't roll with it. I couldn't just sit there and laugh like everybody else was sitting there and laughing. Mind you, you know, I don't know, the audience was predominantly white.
And here, middle class rich people, so it's kind of weird watching it with them.
Yeah, and then here you got a story of, you know, Zola, you know, like working class, and then all these images of black African American men, you know, doing, I don't know, doing things that are, you know, kind of, you know, illegal, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like,
it's hard.
It was a true story in a sense, because I'm not sure how true it is, because she took it from the tweets, but
the girl, the main lady who does Zola, she was, I think she's a producer on this film, so she probably had a say on how she wanted this film to be represented. I don't know, I'm making assumptions.
No, I'm sure she did.
So she probably did.
That was my only issue. Like, it needed to be on the screen. I get that. That is a scary story, and
I guess that's why they were trying to make a dark humor, right?
But for me to have the dark humor in it, I felt like I would have preferred just drama all the way, because then it would have been taken.
I could see that. Yeah.
A little bit more serious by the crowd that was watching it, because, you know, I mean, it did get very serious towards the end, but I just felt like it needed that tone throughout the film for me to really be like, oh wow, this is definitely intense. This is deep. Like, but yeah.
Yeah, because it felt like there was drama throughout, but it felt more like a comedy. I could see what you're trying to say. Like, people won't take this like that seriously. I'm just assuming because of the audience, but I don't know. I'm assuming shit, so I don't even know. For me, because it was scary, like what she was going through. I was like, and then, you know, there was a funny scene, and it was just like, wait, what? Like, I don't know. It was
it definitely broke your attention.
It was interesting. The story's interesting, but I don't know if I liked it as much as I wanted to, because at Sundance there was a lot of. It was getting good reviews, and I was hyped. I was like, yeah, I didn't like it as much as I wanted to, you know. Yeah. Maybe it's a film I have to see again, because it's so like such a twisty type. I mean, it's a simple story, but it's like the kind of like what's going on is with the comedy and what she's going through and everything. I don't know. I don't know if it was meshing well for me. Like if it was meshing well, the type of, I guess, genres, or, you know, the elements of the story.
Aside from
for me personally, that's just, you know.
The music was good.
The music was good.
The
cinematography was good.
The cinematography was great. There were certain scenes and setups that she did with the film.
Oh my god!
Was actually very intriguing, and I was
the
like,
way
wow,
they were doing
very artistic.
So good.
We
it was just the story was kind of like, I don't know. I wish I'd liked it as much as I would have liked it. It was fine.
Yeah.
You know. It was a hard subject. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it as much. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. It was it was kind of like, oh, okay, to end this trip with this movie, because we were like all hyped, and it was like, oh, okay. Us personally. So but yeah, that was Zola. Check it out if you can. You know, make your own opinions, because this is our opinions. You probably will love it or hate it or like it. You know, there's a mixture of feelings for this film, but definitely check it out. I think they have one more screening in Sundance, because I think Sundance ends now and this week. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, tell us if you're hyped to watch it or to get to see it and stuff. Thanks for watching.
Peace.